Okay, yes. I think we're good to go now for this meeting for the members training. So I'm going to check the chat. If you have any questions, use it down on the chat, write it down there on the chat. Right. So basically, I'm going to explain what the MICA rules are because in Europe, there are a lot of companies that don't have licenses but have been doing business for years. For years, these companies are well known and they have a lot of base also in Europe. And so, in order to bring about regulations of cryptocurrency, the EU decided to create what is called MICA. I've forgotten the full meaning. If anyone can remember, something rules about crypto assets or something. And they forewarned everybody for over a year that by June 30th will be the last day for any company that is not registered or licensed to be part of it. But then again, it's July 1st and it has come on live. So a lot of companies are not going to be open to EU, to Europe anymore, unless or except those that have been duly registered. Market in crypto assets regulation. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Market in crypto assets regulation, you know. And so somebody has already sent me a message from Binance saying that Binance has told her that since they have not fully finished their licensing, a lot of Binance services will not be open to them anymore, So that's something a lot of people are going to face, but it's not a big deal because by this meeting, you're going to learn how you can bypass that regulation. And so we want to call on our Mr. Regulator, our man whose work is basically in that sector, um, who lives in the same place that our HP lives. Is nobody but my own brother, Okpebri Sam. He's also is in the world of audit, risk, governance, international control. He's a specialist in these angles. And so he's going to tell us the effect of that in our business, Aurum. We're going to look at what Bram Benson has said in regards to that and what the company has taken into consideration with what is happening in Micah. So, where's Uncle Sam? Sam Okpebri, transformation, what will be that name? Transformation partner again. Mm-hmm. Transformation partner, Mr. Sam, how you doing, sir?
Mute me. Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Doing great. Hi everyone. Good evening. Just a few comments or to throw a little bit light on the maker regulation and how it affects crypto affairs in Europe area or Eurozone. That's how we call it here. Um, the European Union decided to regulate cryptocurrency or the crypto sector. And the objective of the regulation, the objectives of this regulation is basically to protect customers or consumers, you and I, who are based in this jurisdiction. And some of the things that they do is the fact that they brought out a lot of rules that companies that are offering crypto services or crypto related services have to comply with. If you know very well, for those that live in Europe, USDT is no longer used in Europe. Why is USDT not used in Europe? The reason is because the company that owns USDT called Tether, the company is based in El Salvador. That company did not meet or is not licensed in Europe, in any of the European countries. They did not meet the requirement to register here. So they couldn't get a license in the EU. Because of that, they stopped using USDT officially in Europe. If you have USDT in your Binance, if you are in Europe and you have your USDT in any of your wallets, no problem. But you may not use it to do any transactions. That's one of the things that the regulation has brought out. And so the expectation was that as at by 1st of July, which is today, every crypto related company or every cryptocurrency company or every company offering crypto services in the Eurozone, you must have to comply with that regulation. If you do not comply, it means you're going to close down. As we all know or heard in the news, Binance, Binance went to, I think, Greece. They went to register in Greece. They couldn't get the license, probably because the licensing process is always tedious. They will ask you to bring a lot of documents, a lot of information you have to provide. So Binance could not meet up. And because they could not meet up, the Greece authority could not register them. So they decided, I think they are now looking towards France to go and get registered in France. As I speak with you, companies like Coinbase, Kraken, they are registered in Europe. They can operate in Europe. I think OKX also is also registered in Europe. They can operate, and a few other ones can as well operate here. Now, what does that mean for Aurum? Now, if you were in the update that was given a few days ago, the fact that they are migrating some of the services from the centralized platform to the decentralized aspect or space. The idea is because that, look, if you look at the fact that you're giving your money to a company to hold for you, there are stringent regulations required if you have to have custody of someone of a customer's fund. It means you must have insurance. It means you have to ensure that those funds are separated. Those funds are not mixed with your own company funds. Now, the essence of that is the fact that if they are going to have what we call non-custodial, that Aurum is doing, look at the Nero we are doing. The Nero is non-custodial. The Nero does not give any responsibility for custody of your funds to Aurum because you are the one that is in charge of your funds. Or you're making use of Aurum technology. So the regulator will not come and ask Aurum, where is this person's money? Because Aurum is not holding your money. So I foresee that when it comes to the EXAI bot, maybe the gold, the real world asset, and the EXAI Pro as well. What they are going to do is also with time they are going to migrate to the non-custodial because why? When the regulator comes to check on you, they are going to say, hey, how many customers' funds are you? How much of customers' funds are you holding? Where is the insurance? Show us where is the fund. Show us the security for these funds. So Orum wants to make sure that they are not subjected to those kind of things. So the best thing they could do is to say, hey, let's migrate you to non-custodial because the regulator will not come and ask me, okay, how many customers do you have? How many of them have funds with you? Because you don't keep your funds with Aurum. Your funds are going to be in your custody. Your funds are going to be in your wallet or in your Web3 wallet. That's how it's going to be. Now, if you also look at it, remember they said they are going to have the regulated space and the centralized space and the decentralized space. If you look at what they did today, as far as Switzerland is concerned, if you look at what the notice that they brought out, now I sense that they are going to operate some of those regulated products through the company that they have acquired in Switzerland. Now, how is that going to work? Now, the way they are going to look at it, because in fact, yesterday I was asking some of my colleagues, which is better? Is it to set up a company newly or to go through acquisition? Acquisition is better when you're going into a new market because why? The regulations have already been complied with by the existing company in that space. So you're not going to go and start filing for, oh, they say we should bring our grandmother's passport photograph. They say we should go and bring this. No, they are not because that existing entity has already fulfilled those requirements. So when you're buying, you're only buying that company and inheriting whatever regulations that they have complied with. So that's exactly what Aurum is doing, which is a very smart move. And I foresee that what they are doing with the entity they are buying in Switzerland is to probably use it for those regulated products or regulated services such that that entity is already doing what we call self-regulation. They are already complying. Because in Switzerland, you have two kinds of regulations. One of them is what we call the Financial Market Supervisory Authority. The other one is what we call the self-regulatory, is called SRO. What SRO do is that they have, the financial authority has brought out some standards that companies that are operating under the umbrella of SRO you must comply with. So once you comply with those requirements, the expectation is that you have met the standard, so you don't have any issue. You're not going to have any problem with the FINMA authority, which is a Switzerland financial regulatory authority that we have over there. So that's basically what Aurum is doing, which of course I feel is a smart move that they have done. And for us, I think if I will tell you, people should not panic. Companies like Binance that everybody is always looking up to, you can imagine how they'll be running helter skelter now, because now they are suspended some of their services that are non-compliant in the EU. Why? Because they do not have the license. They are going to process their license, no doubt. They will do it. But that image, that public perception, that public image, that the negative perception or image that they have created by non-compliant, because everybody will be saying you're a big company. Why didn't you start early? You should have started early. But Aurum, as far as I'm concerned, they are like steps ahead, and they are ensuring that everything, whatever it is that they are doing, is going to be compliant with the regulation. I think that's a little bit of what I need to say. And I don't know if anybody has any question to ask in terms of that.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam, for that very succinct one. I decided that you speak because that is your angle, that is your area
Thank
of
you.
specialty. And you have once again shown that you know what you're talking about. You know me, I don't know how to speak all the big English that you're speaking, but I
And you na money,
only
you they look for now.
now money and pidgin English. You just have to
Mm.
simplify it to the simplest form. Now that one will sabi, you
Thank
know.
you, sir.
Yeah, you have done well. Thank you very much. If there's any question, you can write it out on the chat, and we'll surely take it up for you on there. Right. So we've heard that in relation to what we have with Micah. And once again, our company has shown that they are ready for business. They are not taking aback. They already have their game plan. And let me put your mind to rest. These people who are running Aurum Foundation have been in the middle of licensing, regulation, and what have you in relation to cryptocurrency, whilst in Binance. And so they already know what they need to do. They already know how to circumvent, how to take advantage of the rules. And that is what decentralization has to do for all of us. Because, like, if you see the definition of Aurum Foundation, it's a decentralized fintech company. It's not a company that is existing just to be in one place and having its branches everywhere. It is decentralized, meaning that all its products, it can have all its 16 products registered in 16 different jurisdictions. And they've done nothing wrong in doing that. In fact, decentralization is where the world is going to right now. Everybody is living the traditional means and centralization. Because if you notice, 99.9% of all the losses that have happened in the crypto world today are basically from exchanges that hold money, licensing, centralized authorities, basically. And so that's why we have the advent of decentralization. That's why we have advent of non-custodial wallets. That's why we have the advent of hard drives where you can store or keep your crypto. That's why you have
And let,
Web3.
and
Yes,
let me
what?
also add this. Let me also add this too. Um, Even the companies that are operating, that are centralized exchanges, they know that it is expensive to operate very well. It's very, very expensive. Provide the technology, provide the office space, the staffing, and all the infrastructure that is required. But if you're going to do the decentralized, which is the non-custodial, the Web3 that we are talking about, the trust walls of this world, the MetaMask of this world, the Binance wallets of this world, the token pockets of this world, you discover that all they are doing is to host it on the blockchain. You are the one interacting with it. Nobody is coming to ask you, please, we want to do a verification. That's why when you want to sign up to Trust Wallet, nobody asks you for your passport. Nobody asks you for your address. Nobody asks you for anything. Because
Nobody
you
asks
are
you
an
for
you are,
email, not even email
no.
address.
You are the one that is interacting with the system yourself. You're saying, hey, I want to make use of this system. Your money is with you. You're the one that brought your money. Nobody asks you for your money. You are the one that say, hey, I want to store my money in Web3 in the Web3 wallet. If you don't want to store it there, you can use the hardware token and go and save your money, your hardware, your flash drive, or whatever it is that you want. You can take it and go and save your money there. It's easier. in terms of compliance, it's cheaper in terms of compliance for us to migrate to Web3 or decentralized wallet or non-custodial wallet. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of demands because you're going to be filing returns. They tell you maybe monthly returns, quarterly returns, yearly returns. Your audit has to be. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong in that, but the companies themselves know that, look, it is expensive. So if they have an opportunity where they are going to operate in a decentralized manner or have a Web3 or a non-custodial activity or service, they rather go for that because it's cheaper for them. Okay, thanks.
Right, thank you very much. So there are a lot of advantages for companies to go decentralized. And there's one product that Aurum is going to bring out pretty soon. I think if you follow the roadmap, it says 2026 or 2027. Within that time, it's called DX, Decentralized Exchange. Now, I don't know if anybody has used any decentralized exchange before. What I know is that exchanges are generally centralized. But when it becomes decentralized, how is that going to work? That is one product I'm looking forward to excitedly for what Aurum has to offer, which will be coming up maybe.
The XDY had a decentralized exchange.
Sorry,
The XDY
The
was a
XDY,
decentralized exchange.
even Uniswap, all those ones
how does that
are
work?
Yeah.
decentralized.
Okay, I explain.
Okay, so decentralized exchange allows you to, instead of using, you are going to open, what's it called, on your centralized exchanges, you go and open buy order, sell order. This one you are doing swap. You swap directly. Yeah, is a decentralized exchange now. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
using
Uniswap.
Pancake
Yeah,
Swap, Uniswap,
yeah, exactly.
um, you know, all those. There are a lot of them, that we have in the space. Okay, now, but then again, for Aurum to bring Aurum Dex, decentralized exchanges are money spinners. They are really, really money spinners, and it makes transaction more, easy, flexible, just like Oga Transformation was explaining, in terms of regulation and all of that. It's the same way it's easier for regulation, the same way it's easier for you to use DEXs uh, to achieve your trades. Instantly, you do everything you need to do. You swap, you are good. You are good to go.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much, Mr. AY. So we're looking forward to as much as what decentralization can do for us, our business, and in the world of cryptocurrency, you know. Right. So let me see if there's any questions that anybody have asked on there. The system had to boot twice. So if you asked a question before and we can't see it here, please send it again. We have answered Olisa Mex. What is MICA era that begins today? We have answered that. Coach T, I received a lot of messages asking me how to connect XAI bot to Web3. As a coach, I need to give them how to set it up. We don't know about that. That has not been brought up to 4 yet. Connecting XAI bot to Web3. The company said they're going to do that transformation one by one. So I'm sure when that time comes, we're going to get the information about that. Uni say, I tried to register another account with the same name, but a different number and email, but it's not allowing me. How? What is it showing you? Because me, I have Twedo Akbawe Jackson 1, Twedo Akbawe Jackson 2, Twedo Akbawe Jackson 3, Jackson Twedo, Twedo Akbawe Twedo, just like that. So I don't really understand. Maybe you can show a screenshot of that.
But I want to answer the question of that guy that says, how do you connect XDI bot to Web3?
Okay, please do.
So what the first step is that they want to change the format for withdrawals of your available balance from XAI bots. Currently when you do withdrawals, it will go on maybe like 24 hours or 48 hours before that withdrawal gets reflected in your destination wallet. What they're doing now is that if you have a Web3 wallet, which is a browser extension, or even one on your phone,
For example,
you
a
can
Trust Wallet
connect
too,
that.
right?
Yes, like Trust Wallet. You can connect that Trust Wallet to your Aurum account. So when you now initiate the withdrawal, it will ask you if you want to send it to your Web3 wallet. And if you do, the smart contract will just take the withdrawal and process it directly to your Web3 wallet. So that's how it's going to work. I don't know if they have videos about it, but that's how it usually works. It's just going to process it through smart contract as opposed to having somebody batch process it in the back end like they're currently doing.
Awesome. You see, I even noticed today I was showing one of my new guys that joined Aurum, showing him how amazing it was. I had some withdrawals from yesterday that was pending, yeah, and I did some withdrawals today in the morning. And then by the time we calculated how much was coming in 4 accounts, about 3,000 something within the next 48 hours. So normally I don't know the time that withdrawals drop, but I only know that within 24 to 72 hours. I don't really mind what time it drops. I checked my Trust wallet because I think 3 weeks ago, I changed the wallet that I'm using to withdraw from Binance to Trust wallet. Basically, since I have my Nero running, I decided to just do everything on the Trust, on the decentralized wallet, you know. And I was shocked that this afternoon, I mean, this evening, I checked it. The entire withdrawals that I've been waiting for, that was supposed to take 48 hours at least, everything has dropped. Everything. So I think what the company has said, they already have started doing it. That basically would be the reason why I've gotten all my withdrawals already, because I'm using a Trust wallet, which is a Web3 wallet. So my advice to everyone, like the company has said, is instead of you using your wallets in Bybit or Binance, use your wallet from your token pocket, from your MetaMask, from your Trust wallet, from your Binance also has a wallet. I don't know. Mr. AY was supposed to show us how to do that day, but mine did not work well, how to convert or how to use the Binance wallet. I've already tried that before, but I just decided to stick on Trust because it's easy. And guys, please note that non-custodial wallets, you have to take care of your pass keys or your passphrase or your passcodes. Johnson, unable to connect Nero. Johnson, so if you are hearing me, if you are able to share screen on on Zoom, or if you know how to share screen from Zoom through your phone, we can do that live on here. But if you don't know how to do it, we'll just be wasting time. So if maybe someone knows how to do, we can do a live connection for you. It's very easy. Most people get it wrong one way or the other. Mr.
Yes, I
Yeah,
AY,
think
that,
what
that
usually
there's a comment. There's a comment on the chat there.
okay.
Somebody is asking that. It said, please, in your explanation, you said USDT is no longer to be used in Europe. If I understand you correctly, so what will happen to all the USDT we have in Aurum? And even if I have it in our wallet, will it still be useful? Now, what you cannot do with USDT, for instance, if you're in Europe, is to trade with it. For instance, if you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to buy another token with USDT, you cannot do it. You can only use USDC. It doesn't mean you cannot store your USDT. You cannot withdraw your USDT. You can store and withdraw it. But you cannot use your USDT to go and trade any other coin. No, you cannot do that. That's what is not available any longer. What you can only use is USDC to do that. So if you withdraw your USDT from Aurum to your Binance, you can also withdraw it to any other, use it for any other thing you want to do, but you cannot use it to trade for any other with any for any other coin as well. So I
Can
hope that
you
explanation is
can you not convert your USDT to USDC?
No, you can convert it. You can convert it, but you cannot. You can convert. In fact, in Binance, it's possible. I've been doing it. I can convert it to BNB. I can convert it to USDC as well. Okay. But if you're going to do trading, for instance, you want to go and start trading any of those coins using their trading model. If you look at it all, USDT pair is removed. The only one they have is the USDC pair. So we need to take note of this. So you can convert whatever you want to convert, to either from USDT to Binance, BNB, you can convert it to USDC. But when you want to go and do trading on their trading platform, USDT is no longer available there. So if you are withdrawing from your Aurum to your Binance and you're withdrawing USDT, you're safe. You can withdraw your USDT out from Binance to any other wallet that you want to do. You're okay. But you cannot use it to trade any of the pairs if you want to go and do trading on Binance or any other exchange operating in Europe.
Nice one. Thank you
Yeah,
very much, sir, for that
you're
beautiful
welcome.
explanation. Olisa Mex, according to your explanation, do you think that it will not affect Aurum cards? How is that going to affect Aurum cards?
No, it will not. You're not
Uh,
using Aurum cards for trading.
mm-hmm. It's only in
You're
regards to
using
trading,
yes.
Olisa Mex. Okay. Um, Joy Girl, say please, some of us are crypto naive. What is a Web3 wallet? Please, you can use YouTube or Google or ChatGPT and type it in there. But I'm sure somebody's going to answer you now. Mr. Demi, Dr. Demi, or AY, or Mr. Sam, what is a Web3 wallet?
A
Yeah, I
Web3
think
wallet is just a web address in simple terms. It's like your email, really. It's like email on steroids. So it uniquely identifies a point on the blockchain on the internet where it's like a location, it's like your postcode. That's what a Web3 wallet really is. It dwells on the internet, and it can either dwell in the browser as a browser extension, like we'll be talking about, or it can be on any of these apps, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and all that stuff. That's pretty much what a Web3 wallet is. It's called Web3 because it's an improvement on the original concept of worldwide web addresses and email addresses. That's why it's called Web3, and the ability that you are able to trade, you're able to do commerce literally using that technology. So
So
is
to add
is
to
that straightforward? Yeah, go ahead,
just
sir.
just to just to add to your explanation so that we can drive home the point as well. If you want to create a Web3 wallet, they are not going to ask you for KYC. They are not going to ask you for passport. They are not going to ask you for your proof of address. They are not asking you for all those kind of information. Some of them, what you simply do is just a password. That's all you need, or a code. Or some of them, they can give you what we call a passphrase or a key phrase, maybe 12 word key phrase. You can get that. That's the only level of security that you have. Unlike when you want to go and open an account in Binance or OKX or Bybit, they will ask you to bring your passport photograph. They ask you to take your picture. They ask you to do your proof of address. All those information for KYC purposes and identification, you are not required to provide them when you're creating a Web3 account. So you need to know that this is different. You are the one in charge of your own account. Nobody's controlling it for you, like he mentioned. I hope
Good,
that's clear. Yeah,
good, very clear. So the difference between a centralized and a decentralized wallet is what he has just explained. And another
exactly.
word for decentralized wallet is a Web3 wallet.
Yeah.
Because in centralized wallet, you do your KYC, you submit your proof of identity and all
Mhm.
those things. You register with your email. But in a
Yeah.
decentralized wallet, none of that comes into
None
play.
of those. None of those.
The
Yes,
most
because you're the
important
one in
thing,
charge.
yes, the most important thing is your key phrase or your
Exactly.
passphrase.
Hmm.
And most people still don't get it right because passphrases are one of the easiest things to save or keep. So if
True.
you join Trust Wallet for the first time, you must see where maybe you want to do your first transaction to tell you to manually copy or save your passphrase. You can simply write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, name it in one way that only you would remember, and send it as an email to all your email addresses. That's one very wonderful way. You don't need to look for anybody. So anytime you need the passphrase, because anything could happen to your phone for one reason or the other, and then you need to, as soon as you download a new Trust wallet, it asks you to use your existing one or a new one. As you choose existing, it will ask for your passphrase. So immediately you're able to write out the passphrase and it's correct. everything that is in that your previous phone in your wallet automatically shows up on there. Dr. Dona, can you tell us why you say don't send passphrase to email? I told you that when you are sending it, don't go and write my Web3 Trust Wallet passkeys. Name it a different name that you can remember. Or write it in Urubu if you are Urubu. Write it in Yoruba if you are Yoruba. Then nobody knows about it. I hope that's able to conquer what you've said. Or if not, please unmute yourself and tell us why it's not good to send to your email. Mr. Chris. Yes.
Hi everybody.
How are you doing?
Just I'm good. So I think lawyer Patch. So
Yes, we're trying to hear you. Your line is breaking.
oh, okay. I think I stepped out from the car. Let me turn it off. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes. So the biggest issue will be with security of passphrase because, like what somebody pointed at, space, and then they are being upgraded to management of Web3. Now, the issue of sending it to an email is good, but you also stay here. You also have to remember that anything online makes it a hot wallet. So anything that is stored in a device that is connected to the internet at every level exposes you to a hack. That's why they have what is called cold wallet, and you mentioned it, where you take it offline and store your fund. So sending anything that houses your money to your email, even without Aurum or anything, people's email have always been hacked, because some people don't even know that maintaining your email also requires a high level of security, like even double authentication, fingerprints, and all those things. So once somebody can access, and I think what was his name mentioned it sometime, that if you want to do even your authentication with your account in Aurum, make it exclusive. Some of us will use our primary emails that we've been using. That is fine, but the more you separate everything that manages your money to a single direct point and take it offline, the more secured it is. So that is something to know. Like when I tell people, I make my downlines to write out that recovery phase. In fact, somebody called me today that they can't remember it. I said, "Did you write it down?" The person said no. I said, "Well, I make sure everybody writes it for this very purpose you are calling me now. You have to go through support. You have to prove you are the owner of that account." So people, when they are writing, when they are setting it up, they feel it is too burdensome for them to write it. So they take a picture. Guess what? Couple of months down the line, you change your phone gets crashed or flashed or something. You told yourself you are going to write it out. One day, day two, day three, day four, it becomes some of those things that, well, since it's in my phone or my laptop, I will always have access. So that is something that people would need to know, the importance that if you don't have access to that key or secure it, then it is just a disaster waiting to happen in the future. I take security very, very serious, and I try to teach people that just go through that pain. So the email on is good, but you are also exposing your funds to, because it becomes a hot wallet once it's online.
Okay, so like I said, if I take a picture of my phrases and then I send it to as an email to myself, and then I name it Ugbogiobo, for example, I don't click on links anyhow. Because once you're in the
That
space, you
is
already
one.
know how important it is.
Yeah.
You don't click on links anyhow. I've not had an email that's been hacked since I began this crypto thing. I've never had an email that's been
But
hacked, you know?
yeah, not to you, but it's there.
Yeah, yes,
Mhm.
yes. So, a lot of us still need to learn that there are different ways in which we can save our details. One
Mm.
of which is that cold wallet, which means a whole lot because it's also like a flash drive that you put on there. But then
Yes.
again, what if you lose the flash drive? You
Mm.
see,
Yeah,
you
well,
cannot be a
if
hundred
the flash
percent.
drive comes with backup, it comes with backup phrase. There's always everything that you would think of. There's always a contingency. So those flash drive comes with recovery key. and they are in hard copy. So, and when you are setting it up, they provide it with it. Most of the popular ones will provide it with you. I have a couple of those. So you write it down, even without the hard wallet. Once you have access to those keys, is blockchain. You can always have access to your phone. So what I'm saying is we have been keeping our birth certificates and everything that is important to us. These people are new. We may be able to manage the technological part like you know not to click on link. Currently, before this call, they've hacked a WhatsApp group. They've been calling my line and everything. They are trying to take over people's accounts. So the more complex we get with technology, the more challenge is going to pose. And then we are not the standard for most people coming to Aurum. We will be fine by God's grace. But that education from the novice down that say this is a whole new game you are managing, that you once it involves your money, any money you have, you just know that somebody's out there trying to swindle you of that money. So the old school way of writing it down, and I tell them, don't write on a piece of paper, because a piece of paper tomorrow you don't know where you took the thing put. But buy a booklet and just be writing all your recovery keys. All my accounts have physical copy of recovery keys written out. I take the pain of writing all of them down, and I also have a hard wallet. So that is, for me, is good. You are an Yoruba man, you can save it in your this thing. My email, most of my email address have secondary authentication too. So you will need to bypass the first one, bypass the secondary one, and you tell me what you're looking for inside that email. So that's it. But most people don't, they just use their date of birth, some name that can easily be guessed. My password self, if you start counting it, you go faint before you can't finish. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris.
Mm.
Dr. Donald, you wanted to say something? Dr. Donald Onyedika, your mic is on. Do you want to say something? You are raising your hand earlier. Oh, that's what I don't like. All right, Etum Basi, let's hear from you. Etum Basi, please unmute yourself. See, if you raise up your hand and you are told to unmute yourself,
Okay.
you have a message on there to just click on it.
All right,
Yes.
all right, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to ask a question concerning the message of the passphrase that I heard. Like, I want to ask, on this Aurum there, the passphrase, is it possible to write down or just save it, copy it, and save somewhere? That is number one. Because like file, you write it down, you want to type it by yourself, it does not accept. Except you copy it and bring it back and paste it, then it can now also go. So I
You
want that
can
is number one
copy and
question.
paste. You can copy and paste, or you can write it
I
down.
mean,
It's left for you.
okay,
Any of it
okay,
works.
okay. Then another thing that I want to ask is that on this Aurum now, is it equivalent to crypto network, or is a crypto network of itself? Or is it like an internet program that is happening before the thing will crash? Because why I'm saying this, there
Mr.
is a one
Basu,
I
wait,
entered
let me
before.
explain to you easily. So you get the
Okay.
right. That's why I always like people to use the right diction. When you use the right diction, it's easier for you to understand. Aurum is a fintech company. It is not a crypto company. Companies that you call a crypto company are companies who deal on just one cryptocurrency. They have one cryptocurrency. They have white, what they call a white letter, being a white wanting on it. They have
White paper.
white paper. They
White
have
paper.
infrastructure. They are trying to make the value of the one cryptocurrency increase. Aurum is not a cryptocurrency company. It is a fintech company. And what is a fintech company? A fintech company is a company that creates new innovations in technology in different aspects of human endeavor that you and I can use to grow our earnings. That way, they get commissions from you using it. So let us use the right diction. If not, we'll be confusing ourselves, or we won't be able to explain it as it ought to be. It has nothing to do with because we have BNB token does not make Aurum a crypto company. Crypto is part of it. The blockchain is part of it. AI and automation is part of it. The infrastructure is part of it. Payment system, new reward assets, and the likes. So let's use the right words.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
That's
you
what I
very
wanted.
much.
All right.
Thank you. Dr. Donald, I'm going to mute you again. I'm going to try to unmute you again. I don't know. Check your volume. So I've asked that you unmute yourself. So speak now if you can hear you. Check your volume if it's working. Dr. Donald, can you hear us? Well, if you cannot hear, please write out your question on the chat box because your mic is on. I can see that you're unmuted, but you're not saying anything. So maybe you check your mic and your volume from your system. Olufolakemi, we need to jump off this so we'll go on to other things I want to discuss. It's almost getting to an hour now. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi Lawyer Taj. Thank you for today's presentation. So
Thank you.
today, while I was listening to HP presentation on Aurum, he said for those the physical card is easy to get the physical card in just few seconds, but sorry, the virtual card, but the physical card you would have to need someone who is going to one of their major events to get that card for you, that they're not really giving it out at the moment. So I wanted to confirm how true this is.
Okay, so just that we are in a country like Nigeria that this virtual card thing does not work in all circumstances. If you're in a developed country like Dubai or the US or the UK, your phone is your everything. With just the virtual card on your phone, you can pay for anything and everything you want to, just by putting I think it's RFID it's called or something. You just press it on the device and then it takes off the payment. Yeah. So most people who get the card are generally okay with just the virtual card. Yeah. But for us who are in Africa, the technology seems to be coming to us last. We always want the physical card. Yes, of course. If you can personally go for these events, like the one we're having in Turkey this month, you can get your card because basically the company always comes with card. If you are lucky, you can have someone who go for that event and the person tries, and if possible, tries to get a card for you. But I remember the company saying from the last time that some people who took cards, some of those cards are not even activated till now. So decided to use the process of sending the cards using DHL and other logistics company. Normally in my team, we had Mommy T who lives in Dubai, who has a good relationship with the company. She'll go there, take all our names and are able to get all the cards and then send to us. But right now, I don't think that is Mommy T, is that still, do you still have that option? Can you still go and get the card from the company and send it?
Lawyer Taj, good morning or good morning from here. Okay, what I want to say, like what I discussed with Queen Ebok and Dr. Money, is that when they get to Turkey, they are going to talk to HP, they want me to be taking their card, their team's card, because they can't
Okay.
wait no longer. So everybody just need to hold on, let them get there, because Mr. Ahmad, you understand, was a little bit not okay when I requested last week that I still need the cards for the team, that is we all. And he said, no way, he told the PA, the company is going to deliver it, but people are waiting and people are
Yes,
tired.
be
Yeah,
waiting. I
so
have someone waiting for 2 months for the physical
so
card.
yeah, so they're going. Dr. Moni said they are going to pick it up because we discussed and I discussed with Ebok. They wanted me to pick some card for them. I said no, they need to pick it up with Mr. Amaya during the Turkey
Okay,
event. Thank you.
okay. That's noted. So when we are in Turkey, we all are going to swam Ahmed Zen or HP to make sure that they give us a leeway in Africa or Nigeria. If possible, have Mommy T help us pick up the cards and send because it's faster than these logistic companies we're talking about. I've been waiting for our card going to 2 months now and still not come. Normally
But
before
this
mom,
company is rubbish. I've not
it's
gotten
not
my card for almost 2 months,
it's not
even in the
working.
UK.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not working. It's not working. So I think we're gonna take that up with the company. Let's have our own intricate way of getting the card. Mommy T gets it. Under 2, 3 days, you already have received your card anywhere you are in the world. I think that works. And in fact, we are even going to push that Mommy T should be make the employ Mommy T as one of our Aurum, maybe our Aurum logistics officer for Nigeria or for Africa. Make sure say because she's very efficient in doing that. So of course. We'll add that to what we want to talk about in Turkey. Already taking a note of that. Good. Marcel, I have a team member that uses the virtual card but doesn't have. Yes, it works very well. The virtual card works as sweet as anything. Marcel, please unmute yourself. I beg, ask better question. You know, so your matter, I get the way the bill. Marcel, I beg.
Good
Let's
evening, sir.
let's hear you.
Sir,
How far, my guy?
I asked a question. How can we generate or download the Web3? And my another request I want to make is all this long grammar, particularly myself, I don't get the deep meaning. So if you can make a video, for us, how to generate the Web3 and how to connect it to Nero, I believe that it will be helpful to me, myself in particular, and maybe some other people in the group.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Well, let me tell you something, Marcel. You know, sometimes we have to self-teach. Most things that I learn and most things that I come to tell you guys about are self-taught. I didn't go to a different university, different from understanding what Web3 is. I'll tell you a simple way. If somebody says a word that you don't understand, please use Google, use YouTube, and use ChatGPT. By the time you use these three things, you will basically understand what they are because we cannot start using we have the certain dictions that go with our business. So nobody can change that diction to a simpler way for you to understand, Marcel. When we say words like Web3 and all that and wallets, you have to go and check the meanings of it, the direct words itself. Once you get the meaning, then everything becomes very clear to you. Because I see now somebody's asking a question here that is funny. It's funny because you would expect that people will know what it means. You say, um, yeah, I think sometimes I was trying to make you know what I mean. I read somewhere that you can't have the virtual card without the physical card. No, you can always have the virtual card without the physical card. Yes, I started with the virtual, yes. Someone was asking, how do we download the Web3? You don't download Web3. Okay, you want a Trust Wallet. You go to your app store on your phone and type Trust Wallet. You're going to show you the app. You download the app. As soon as you download the app, they ask you for a password. As soon as you put the password, everything becomes open to you. Then what you do is copy the wallet address, put it in one corner, that save it in the system or on your phone or anywhere that you think is safest for you, or send it to your grandmama to keep the file, or anybody, anything that you think is a way that you can get it just in case you lose your phone or something. So let them get some name like that. Okay, so I think we've checked through all the questions that have been here, all the questions on the chat box. I think we've done that. So let's go to the second aspect of our teaching. It's already past an hour, but I guess the room is still increasing with more people's. Um, hmm. Marcel should meet his upline. I hope that person is knowledgeable enough. Marcel, so like I said, when you say a word that seems complex, you write it down. At the end of the call, go through these words on the internet. I can't say dictionary because some of these words are so new, like 6 months ago, like 1 year ago, like 2 years ago, and even some dictionaries cannot show you the meaning of those words. So when you see something, those words are very important in our teachings, and you must get the direct meanings of it. So you should have maybe where you write out these words and then take your time to learn about them. And that's why anytime I do these teachings, I try to use the exact words, the exact diction, so that you get the right meaning for it. So let's go to the second part of the presentation where we're going to talk about the updates of the company, which was shared just 2 days ago. I couldn't meet the meeting, so I took my time to watch it afterwards. And I decided to create a short, just like a short PowerPoint in order to explain it easily for everyone. So can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, give me the alphabet B. If you can see my screen, give me the alphabet B. Janet, thank you. Janet Dollars, it's been a while. Marcelo, Mommy T, yes, awesome. Good. Right, so we'll be taking it literally from what we see directly from these screenshots that were shared by Mr. AI. Who knows who's Mr. AI? Please don't be confused. Mr. AI is who? Not Mr.
Andrew Isaac.
AYU.
Andrew Isaac.
Andrew
Uh-huh.
Isaac.
Not be Mr. AY. You do not know Mr. AY for Aurum. For Aurum headquarters. So. Andrew Isaacs is Mr. AI. He's the COO. Yeah. So he shared a lot of these updates. And guys, do you notice that since that guy came, like Aurum has started becoming more complex with steady updates. I happen to meet somebody who knows this gentleman from when he was the of director of this bank. What's the name of the bank he said again? In Canada. He said the guy is so quick with knowledge, he's so fast, and he expects you to
Morgan Stanley.
yeah, Morgan Stanley. He expects you to understand as much as he tells you. He expects you to pick it up quickly. So you see, that's why we have people like Shane Morand. You notice after Mr. AI comes with all his talks. Shane Moran tries to break it down to the simplest form. And I'm happy when he said that in regards to Nero, basically, and the new updates, they're going to have a frequently asked questions. Please, another important thing we should do is always go to our back office. When it comes to FAQs, they have just been updated with new answers to new questions because before the Nero started heating up, some of our team members, for one reason or the other, came up that since LV is not calculated immediately, it's not good for our business. It's better for us to promote XAI bots and not promote Nero. But guys, that is virtually impossible now because even the Nero now, the decentralization system is now going to be used in different fintech products. Some of the fintech products are going to be transitioned, and the man explained quite how it's going to work. So what we're going to look through is going to explain in simple terms what is going to happen as we transition into decentralization. Right. So the company has said that Aurum's long term. Okay, let me do it this way. Sure. Aurum's long-term strategy: one ecosystem, two complementary models. So one of it is the regulated growth for users who prefer regulated financial services, and that has to do with centralization. So in regards to centralization, normally the company will now hold the funds just where XAI bot normally is. When you come into the Aurum, you have to pay the money into their wallet. So the funds are with them. In regards to that, that's what they mean by regulated financial services. In regards to centralization, they are still going to go on with getting licenses for different operations, for different fintech products. They are still going to go on with compliance with local regulations. In regards to anywhere these fintech products are registered, they're going to make sure they are fully compliant in that region. and also regulated financial products and continued global licensing. One of the confidence I have in this system is that we have officers of this company who have done this before. So it's not like anything is new to them in regards to licensing, compliance, regulations, and all that. They were in Binance when Binance started with little or no regulation or no licensing until it started growing into different aspects. And even as we speak, Binance is not accepted in everywhere. And so that also brings me to the thought of for those who are in Europe and kind of still don't understand how to operate your Binance and enjoy the services. It's simple. If you get a VPN, a paid VPN, because sometimes those free VPN don't really do the work. So all these VPNs are so cheap, $25 a year or $19.99 a year or $30 a year. With paid VPN, you can still enjoy the services that you enjoy with your Binance, even though you are in Europe. You simply just change the VPN location to where you know that Aurum, to where you know that Binance has full regulation and licensing, where you can operate all these goods and services on the site. So if you have a good VPN, you don't even need to bother most times with many of these things coming up in Europe and all that. So that being said, in regards to decentralized growth, for users who prefer Web3 participation, so Web3 is you having more control. What we have on the internet is Web2, centralization, where they have control. But Web3, you have more control and more participation. And that's where you see non-custodial products. So see the word non-custodial, custodial, non-custodial. They are not in custody. You are in custody of your money, non-custodial products. Smart contract execution. It means that there's no form of interference that can come in into a smart contract. So please, if you don't know the meanings of this word, don't just take it like that. Oh, write it down. Go and check the meaning. Non-custodial products. Check the meaning. Smart contract execution. Who can give you an example of a smart contract execution? Any of the co-hosts? Who can give me an example of a smart contract execution?
Narrow deposit and withdrawal.
Explain.
If you want to top up your Nero, when you say top up, it will ask you to go to the wallet. So let's say Trust Wallet on your phone. Once you say top up, it will ask you to go and authenticate on your wallet. That call, that authentication call is a smart contract call. And you can see the evidence of it, for instance, on things like MetaMask Web on some browsers. It will see it as a threat because it knows that something is trying to authenticate from the outside. But what is happening is the smart contract is the one making the call for you to authenticate your Trust Wallet to release those funds. In the same way, when you say withdraw, you see that it does like a 60-second countdown. So the smart contract is operating within the blockchain and is the one carrying out the execution of the withdrawals and the top-ups. So that's a very typical
I
example.
want to talk something. Can I add?
Yes, sir.
Just for the understanding of those that are probably say they don't have a good understanding of that space. When you have anything defined on a smart contract, you're saying that you're going to have some conditions defined such that when you start a transaction or you want to execute a transaction, once those conditions are fulfilled, it will automatically be executed. Like you explained for withdrawal. If the withdrawal is saying that you must input your code or you must input your security authentication, once you input it, it will execute it immediately. It's also like, say, you want to sell a piece or a property. If you list your property on a blockchain and it's on a smart contract, you can define the contract and say, once the buyer has paid, please release the documents straight to the buyer. Okay? The seller is going to release the document. So it's a smart contract because once the conditions are fulfilled, you are going to, that transaction is going to be executed immediately. That's what that's what a smart contract means.
Awesome. Awesome. That's a very powerful explanation. And so that's why we need to understand these words, because the easy words that we get, which we're going to talk about when it comes to rejection in regards to promoting Aurum Foundation, is people always say, what if it crash? What if I lose my money? If you are using a smart contract product, you can never lose your money. So if we are able to understand that and add it to our explanation to newbies or to our prospects, it will do a lot of good to all of us. Then that question of losing my money or what if it crash will not come into play. That's just an addition. Web3 wallet connectivity. An example of a Web3 wallet is the Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Token Pocket, and the likes. User-controlled assets. Users now have more control on the assets. So these are the two models that Aurum is going to officially be running with, which makes a lot of sense. So how Aurum is adapting, rather than following a single path, Aurum is evolving its ecosystem to meet the changing needs of both the market and the regulatory environment. Our strategy focuses on expanding, listen, see the words here, expanding decentralized infrastructure while continuing to develop regulated products and services where appropriate. This approach allows Aurum to provide greater flexibility, support different user preferences, and continue building for the future of digital finance. I hope you're able to understand that. So what does this mean for the industry? MiCA is reshaping how centralized crypto platforms operate across Europe, introducing a new regulatory environment for digital asset services. As a result, new regulatory requirements. Centralized crypto services providers like Binance, for example, Bybit, must adapt to new licensing, compliance, and operational standards across the European market. I hear Bybit has the MiCA license, so they were not affected in any way. So centralized crypto services providers must adapt to new licensing, compliance, and operational standards across the European markets. That's what it means now. In regards to industry evolution, that means how the industry is changing. Many companies are expanding beyond traditional centralized models now by introducing decentralized infrastructure and Web3 technologies. So as a way to overcome or to circumvent the need to go and have licenses from EU in regards for you to be able to do your business in the EU, they are now rather creating products that will be much more in a decentralized form or in the Web3 wallet technology system. Greater user choice. Users will now increasingly be able to choose between regulated financial services and decentralized non-custodial participation, which is a very good option for all of us. So the future of digital finance is no longer built around a single model. It now combines regulated services with decentralized technologies to meet the need of a changing global market. I'm pretty sure we understand this. If you don't understand, feel free to use the chat box once again so that we can handle a question you have there. What stays the same? Trading and investment and existing user. So we're going to break it. The company broke it down to, in regards to trading and investments, proven AI trading strategies will remain unchanged. Existing trading algorithms will continue to cooperate. Product objectives and target performance remain the same. Existing investment models are preserved. In existing users, existing active products continue operating throughout the transition. Existing positions remain active without interruption. And then the transition affects the infrastructure, not the trading logic. Do we understand that? What is going to change is the infrastructure. It's like the building. Like when you're building a house, the building that's going to change, not the trading system that is being used by the company. The future of Aurum starts now. The transition to decentralized infrastructure is more than a technology upgrade. And that's a very big truth because pretty soon we wouldn't need to put our money into or send the money to wallet addresses of Aurum that they give you to put in the money. You simply put it on your Trust wallet, for example, and then connect it directly to Aurum through the dashboard. That way you're good to go. So there's no more paying of money to the company. And that's what a lot of people always say, that they're not comfortable with the fact that they have to send their money to the company. So it will make your business easier. It will make your business easier because more people will be liking to the fact that, yes, my money is with me, is in my wallet, is in a smart contract, and we're able to carry out transactions and I can withdraw it at any point in time. And so the transition is more than just a technology upgrade. It represents the next stage of Aurum's evolution, combining regulated financial services, AI-powered automation, and Web3 technologies into one unified ecosystem built for the future of digital finance. As this transition continues, Aurum will keep expanding globally while giving users greater flexibility, transparency, and control over how they participate. As this transition continues, Aurum will keep expanding globally, like I said, while giving users greater flexibility, transparency, and control over how they participate. One ecosystem, one vision built for the future of digital finance. So what are the products that are going to be transitioning from being centralized products into decentralized products? They are the XAI bot, the flagship product of the company, which I've said earlier that it will change from you having to put money into the wallet that Aurum gives you to put money in. Rather, you have the money in your Web3 wallet and then connect it to the XAI bots. XAI Pro bot that does 7 to 12% that trades on LTC USDT, Litecoin USDT, will also undergo this narrow AI trading agent. And then the reward asset gold. Reward asset gold AI trading layer. That means the commodities market, which is being traded here, gold is being traded here. That infrastructure will be going into decentralization. So you can see that Aurum now has products that are on decentralization and products that are centralized, which is a very good thing, allowing users the flexibility of choosing what they want to invest in. How will the transition work? Existing products will continue operating normally while the transition takes place. With new participation, as products move to narrow system, new participation will be available through Web3 wallet connectivity and smart contracts. And Web3 migration. Withdrawals to Web3 wallets will be introduced in phases. Number one, optional web wallet withdrawals. Phase two, Web3 wallets become the standard withdrawal method for decentralized products. Oh my God. You see, that's why I've gotten all my withdrawals because I have changed my wallet to the Web3 wallet, Trust wallet. That's where I withdraw my earnings and commissions to. And as I speak to you, all that's supposed to come tomorrow or next tomorrow is already in my wallet. And so I think we should try that. Change the wallet that you are using to collect your commissions or bonuses. Use a decentralized wallet and see if it's not going to come on that same day. Awesome, guys. Really awesome. Nero strengthens his regulatory position in Switzerland. I remember that Andrew 6 before he started the talk yesterday, he said, let me let the cat out of the bag in regards to registration. We have Switzerland almost in the bag. He said that to let us know that, yes, based on licensing and regulations and expansion of the business, we're seeing Nero also being registered in Switzerland. Nero bolsters crypto regulatory footing with Swiss FINMA, just like we have the Nigerian SEC, just the way we have the SEC in the US and the UK. What is UK one called stuff? There's one name UK one. FCA. Yes, FCA. Thank you, brother. So Nero has completed the acquisition of a Swiss financial intermediary supervised under FINMA standard, positioning its digital asset infrastructure within one of Europe's most established regulatory framework weeks before the EU's crypto licensing cliff. And so Mr. Sam explained it very well here. That instead of Nero fully just going to register as a fresh company, as a fresh product, they already had acquired a financial company that already have these licenses under FINMA. And so they will be operating under that financial intermediary, which of course makes a lot of sense. Key takeaways: Nero acquired the Swiss SRO member operating under the FINMA supervision. Yes, and so this was what I was talking about just now. Withdraw your XAI bot and reward asset profits to your Web3 wallet. That way, it comes real quick. Real quick. And in fact, thank you, Mr. Sam, for your explanation, because that was why I was able to see that normally I withdraw every day. So I know the timeline of between 24 hours to 72. So I noticed that since the past 2 or 3 weeks, it's been 48 hours, as within 2 days to get your money. But today was a shocker. I've gotten everything, so it's really nice. So this is to show you also our timetable for our offline events. The only time we'll be free is when we're going to Turkey for the global event from Tuesday 14th to 24th. But we're going to shake Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt has a lot of opportunities and individuals in different parts. So Saturday, our mainland event, Lagos Ikeja event at Blue Lodge Hotel, Port, this Saturday. And then the next one, we're going to be in Port Harcourt Saturday and Sunday, 2 different locations in Port Harcourt. So we are looking for individuals who can show us. They're telling us of Rumola, that is central. That's one place. Where we did the previous one was Transamadi. So we need another location. We're not going back to that Transamadi location because only our first meeting, the hall was full to the brim and people were standing outside. So we had to do a second session. So we'll no more be using Somitel Hotel. We need people who live in Port Harcourt, who know these places, who can refer us to halls that can take at least 100 persons. It not necessarily have to be a hotel hall. It could be any of those halls that you can rent out for different purposes. So please, those who are in Port Harcourt, please get back to myself or Mr. AY or Mr. Pastor IBK, informing us of necessary locations so we can get that clipped down. Today is already first. So Port Harcourt is like 10 days from now, 11 days from now, pretty close. Lagos is just 3 days from now, so the Lagos event also will be spreading also to the island, not just doing it in Ikeja, so that those who are in the island, who are in the VI, Lekki, Ajah, Shangotedo, all those areas will be able to have an event that they can come to, rather than coming all the way down to Ikeja. And also Abuja event will come after we come back from Turkey for the 25th Saturday and 26th Sunday. So guys, please take a screenshot of this, put it in your calendar, and make sure you start reaching out to your peoples to come on there, because basically with live calls, with live events, people sign up on the spot and get started on the spot. Those who understand what they want to do, So yes, that eventually finishes all that we have to say in regards to the company's announcement, the updates, and all that we are going to see as we progress in this business. Another thing that makes me love Aurum Foundation is the fact that new developments keep coming into it. And then because of that, there's no fear of saying, what if this company is going to last or not? It is almost a sure thing that this company, with all these plans it has already, 10 years and running. And all we just need here, to everyone hearing the sound of my voice, is just 1 or 2 years to make us millionaires in the system for those who are building their business. And that's why we tell people that this opportunity of building your company or building your team, it may not be here all the time. By the time Aurum gets to 1 million or 2 million investors, they might decide to shut down the networking part of the business, and there's nothing me and you can do. That time, those of us who are up there or who have continued to build our business already have our millions trading for us in Aurum in different fintech products. And that's what the company is saying. When Brian Benson said the vision is to create 1,000 millionaires, somebody told me that guy, why be only 1,000 millionaire? Human being, they must always query anything you want to. So why the guy talk of only 1,000? So what are the rest people? They're not gonna be millionaire. I say if person not be millionaire, what it go be? Na thousandaire. So thousandaire in USDT, na bad thing, or in USDC. And guess what? When the man said that he wants to create 1,000 new millionaires, he didn't mean those who have made millions out of the system. With Aurum, as you continue to grow, every rank deserves your personal contribution to also grow. The same money you use in Vanguard is not the same money that you must have in Oracle. Every rank comes with a different amount of money. So if you notice that as you continue to hit those ranks and go up, the money that you have in the system must increase. Must. People like Lee O'Shea, people like HP, Tom Schmidt, and the rest, their money already in the system is running into millions. And that's why they are the confirmed first millionaires, the Brian Benson millionaires. And so you don't withdraw everything that you make in Aurum. You have to put some back in to have it run for you if you are a team builder. But if you're just one who passively wants to earn money off it, then of course you can do as you like. You can do as you want. Let me look at the chart again. Please, can one withdraw part of the capital from Nero? No. That's why it's a smart contract. It's all or nothing. You can't say I have 3,000, I want to withdraw 1,000. No. If you want to withdraw, you must withdraw all. And if you are withdrawing all, which is called the body, it takes 48 hours. And you see the countdown right from your Aurum dashboard. As soon as you hit 48 hours, the money shows in your available balance on your Trust Wallet if you're using Trust Wallet. Where can I find my Trust Wallet on the Aurum platform? Oh, God. Olufolakemi Asaleye. Please, there's no Trust Wallet on the Aurum platform. You download Trust Wallet on your phone and then you connect it to the Aurum platform. How do you do that? If you're trading Nero, you can connect it using the Trust Wallet. But then again, we have been told by the company to use Web3 wallets in order to withdraw. That way our withdrawals will come faster. Please, can someone help? Is Trust Wallet and Web3 wallet the same? Yes, it's the same. Trust Wallet is a type of Web3 wallet. Marcel, I'll tell you again, no. Write down these dictions one by one. Take your time to go and study them yourself. You can't get all the knowledge from someone else. Some knowledges are self-taught. So you need to put in your time and effort to learn them. Show them how to connect it. Someone asked. Yes. I wanted somebody to show me the one they want to do. I told the guy to come on the meeting. No, I don't know if he's in the meeting. I wanted to help him and do it live so that everybody can learn from it. Because everybody keeps coming back and asking me how to connect Nero, how to connect Nero. There's a video that you can follow. But then, even with video, some people make mistakes. So it's important we do it live. But then again, the individual is not here. I can get someone to assist in PH. Oh yeah, now Anita, get somebody to assist in PH and help us get in a hall or halls, two halls in different location, not in the same place. So I will do one in room or something, we'll do the other one in another room or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hmm. All right. Thank you very much, Pastor Ibikaye. He was very helpful during the last event and very good. We're going to see people grow in Port Harcourt into Nexuses, Oracles, Primes, Elite, and the likes. The Port Harcourt for Fort at Landmark Hotel is still holding. I think that's another team that's doing that. And I'm sure, yes, that it will still hold. I'm sure that is holding too. Good evening, sir. Please, I want to reinvest for straight 5 years. But when I tried locking in for 5 years, it will change to 1 year by itself. So Aurum did not create any system that will lock it. There's no locking. It's for 1 year. So you only renew. If you want to do 5 years, know that you're going to renew $20 for the next 5 years, which is understandable. So once it wants to finish, the system alerts you to automatically activate it or put in money. That's how it works. So there's no way you can lock it, like basically just lock it. If you withdraw the body from Nero, can you still connect the wallet back again? Marcelo, that's a good question because when they were during the beta stage, yeah, I remember I tried one of my accounts, I withdrew the entire body. I tell you, till now, anytime I go to that account dashboard, go to Nero, it tells me that the withdrawal is still in process. And I've gotten that withdrawal a long time. Oh. The system have not changed back to get access or connect. So I don't know, maybe Mr. AY, you can withdraw your Mr. AY, you can withdraw your earnings from Nero and see if we can use it again. Can you do that for
Why
us?
you want? Why you
I
want
don't
withdraw your earnings?
I don't understand.
Mr. AY, you do it for your team member. He said, if you withdraw the body now, can you still
Hmm.
connect that same wallet to the Nero to
Shebina,
be trading for you?
Shebina, you dey share screen. Just share your screen and do
Eh,
it for us. Let us see.
how? What do you mean by that? You want to see my small balance? You want to bring our leg come out? I beg you. When it comes to Nero, Nero is a personal thing. Oh. I'm not good, no, no. But you will know as soon as you continue. Olura, Mr. Please help drop the video for Nero. I wish I could drop it here. I shared it with somebody some like an hour ago. But if you send a message on the call, we'll be able to do that. Right. Okay, so yes. Olisa Mess, I bet the easy with all your laugh when they full of the chat box. Share with us, Mommy T, if you can. I think Jacob Bones have one video on how to connect your Nero to your Web3 wallet. So you can check it out or I'll send that on the group afterwards. Right. Okay, so let's come to the last part of the presentation, which is how to handle rejection. This was something we spoke about in my group, and somebody told me how she feels so down and out each time she gets rejected by somebody who she's trying to introduce to Aurum. And I quite understand the feeling because I was once like that when I was still an amateur in network marketing. Guys, the first thing I keep saying to anybody is this. Not until you read and imbibe that book, Go Pro by Eric Worre, you are an amateur. To hit Nova, to hit Voyager go hard you. To hit Vanguard go hard you. To hit Vanguard Pro go hard you. You will start looking at people like us who change rank every 2 or 3 months as if we are exceptional. No. Once again, I will write out the book on here. Go Pro means go professional by Eric Worre. If you read that book, take a piece of paper and pen or have a notebook, write out everything he tells you, do all the exercise and tasks that he tells you, come back to Aurum. You are flying. Nothing is stopping you. I keep saying it again and again and again. You are not too smart. You are not smart at all until you read Go Pro by Eric Worre. You say, hey, somebody is showing you the book right there. Okbe is showing you the physical copy. Thank you very much, Okbe. How much did you buy it for? Okbe, please unmute yourself. How much did you buy the book for?
I think I bought it. I bought it at I think 7,005 then. I don't know the present rate. I think I bought
Okay.
it for a long time.
Okay. So
I
for
bought
those
it for a long time. So
who
I read
have
it and read it and read it.
okay, that's good. So for those who have bookshops around, you can go and get the physical copy. That would even make it easier for you to read. But I've told you guys where you can get this book free of charge. Go to Spotify. Register an account on Spotify. You don't even need to pay any money. By the time you register an account on Spotify, go to the search and type in Go Pro by Eric Worre. You have the audio version. Yes, you can send it in the group if you can, Lisa Mex. If you can share the audio version in the groups, it will be awesome. That way, people can just put it on, listen, take notes, and just listen to it. It is transformational. Before I read GoPro by Rick Worre, I was struggling in my network marketing businesses. But I tell you, after I read that book, I became a professional because every business I did after then, I was always at the top. There's no magic to it. We're not born exceptional. We put in the work to read, to learn, so that our earnings will be better. So, guys, very important. Go on through Spotify. You can have that book for free of charge. So, I want to take on this talk in regards to rejection. How do people handle rejection? Mr. AY, how do you handle rejection? If you talk to somebody about Aurum, look, I see you always they put for your status. I read them today, I laugh. Maybe now you be the village people want to worry yourself or something like that, Mr. AY. So please, if you're on the call, where Mr. AY? Don't vanish.
I'm here.
Okay. So please tell us personally on your own personal vocation, how do you handle being rejected when you tell somebody about Aurum? What do you do? How does it make you feel? What do you do to counter that feeling? Yes, listen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Personally, you said something a while ago that when you were an amateur, you react to it one time. Right now, before I even come to you, I would have asked myself, what's the worst that can happen? You tell me no. Then I move to the next person. It's very simple. We have so many people in this space that one or two persons no is too is non-consequential, for me to now be brooding over to be down. I'll give you an example. There was, a guy that I've known since 2017, 2018. So I've been telling him about Aurum, and he was like, no, he's not doing, it's not this, it's not that. He has done something like this, before and all that. So I just looked this morning. I just did a short, note and sent to him. Let me just for this class. Let me just send him. Let me just read what I said. I said a quick thought, no pressure. I hope you are doing well. Again, I am writing this sincerely because I genuinely believe this project could be a game changer for you, especially given your past investment experiences. For context, not okay. Importantly, I've seen it help people recover lost funds and rebuild steadily. That is why I felt indebted to continue to share this with you. That said, this isn't about persuasion. Whether you explore it or not, I'm completely fine. But it doesn't just sit well with me. Knowing what you've lost in the past, knowing fully well this will help you recover. But again, the choice is yours, sir. Do have a lovely day. So when I sent him that, he tend to like, what? He now sent me a message that, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, and all of that. And I told him, well, this is just a way to help him, recover. So those most people that come from area of rejection is either of two things: either they've been burnt before, or they are drinking from another person's well. They don't even know anything, but because they've heard people say this crypto is this, crypto is that, they tend to build a fence, around themselves to say, okay, this I'm not going to touch it, even when they don't have any experience with it, any negative experience, before. So, when and if you try to make them see reason why you are sharing the opportunity, if they don't, then let them be, move on to the next person, and that is basically what me I do. I don't let anybody know, you know, put me down or make me feel less of myself. No, it is his opinion or our opinion. Then I'll keep, talking. Of course, by the time you keep at what you are doing, you are going to get the number of yeses you are going to get will definitely outnumber the number of no's eventually. Okay, that's me.
Thank you very much for that. I hope we have learned a thing or two from what you have said. Let me ask my other guy in the house, the doctor of crypto. Dr. Demi, I see you are building a massive team too. You're already at, I think you're Vanguard Pro or Nexus.
It's close. It's close.
Okay.
um,
We cannot draw your leg. Just let us know how you handle rejection.
so the first thing to understand with rejection is that when you make somebody an offer, they're not rejecting you, they're just rejecting the offer. So what the natural tendency psychologically is to take it personally, that the person is rejecting you. That's how we've been raised as humans. But if you're able to separate yourself from the offer, then it becomes easier for you to take it. The reason we don't like rejection is because we take it personally and we believe that they are rejecting us as opposed to they are rejecting our proposal. It's a proposal. You share the proposal with somebody. They don't see it. They don't see it because they might not be in that frame of mind, or they might have been poisoned, like AY was saying. Somebody might have told them something and they've transposed it. I have somebody that I'm still talking to that was on Royal Q, and I think Royal Q was one of his first investments in crypto. The guy has refused to answer me. I told him, I said, put in $100. That if you're not satisfied at the end of 1 year, I will give you the $100 back myself. He still has not done it. So in that case, you understand that the person is deeply traumatized and have used logic to, justify their obstinate position. So there's nothing personal. If you share with somebody and they don't believe in it, move on. But one thing I think works effectively is actually, posting it on your social media. I think it works. I didn't used to do it, but I started doing it. I wasn't just doing it, I was just resharing what AY was sharing. And I've been asking people, sending me messages and asking questions. So don't 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 feel that it's you that they're saying no to. That's how I take rejection. And I've come to realize that me and the proposal I'm making are two separate things. That's exactly how to separate yourself from the trauma of rejection. Because once you walk with that frame of mind, you understand that you are making a proposal that was rejected, not you as a person. So it doesn't begin to affect your ego. It doesn't begin to affect your emotions. That's how to do it, and that's how I do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. For the last person, Mr. Sam, the transformationist. Mr. Sam, how do you handle rejections from people who you talk about Aurum Foundation with? If we can hear from you, Mr. Sam. Or Mommy T, if you're there, please can you just tell us one or two briefly how you handle rejections from people you talk to about Aurum?
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, anyway, personally, when I do my networking, I take it one as fun. I don't take it personally because well-experienced networkers know very well that they will always get a no. And every no will lead to a yes. So like Dr. Demi said, remove emotions because you know it's their loss. Don't take it personal. I see it that there are so many billion people out there to talk to. So I have a lot of people to go out there to talk to. So that one no will not affect me. It doesn't really affect me personally. You understand? Because that shows that I need to put in more work, go out there, talk to more people, you understand? And even though I'm getting rejection, 1 out of 100 will definitely say yes, which is a good one. So I would say just keep going. Like she was saying right now, she was telling the person to start with 1,000. The key point is to plug them in first. And when you
Exactly.
plug them in first, you tell them to top up. That is the key point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's another smart way to do it. Come with the least amount. 120 will not kill you. Put it there and see for yourself. Give it 2 or 3 months and see for yourself. It works like magic. The man who knows that he put in $100 there and comes back and sees that $100 is now $120 or $130, his mind begins to run like, I
Lawyer
wish.
Cash, let me come in. Sorry, let
Yeah,
me come in quickly. I did a private meeting with somebody working with DY here. He started with $100. He wanted to start with 1,000. But do you know his $100 has given him $50 extra? Right now, he wants to top up his account to 1,000. He is regretting not starting with the 1,000 because I didn't push him. So starting very small, plugging them in is very, very important. Don't give them big amount because they will see the small amount. Okay, if I lose that small amount, it's okay. But when they see the 1,000, 2,000, you're telling them about that, it will scare them away. Thank you.
thank you very much for that. Nkem, you have your hands raised. Can you please unmute yourself and tell us what you want to talk about, or if you have a question, please unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm new to the family,
Yeah.
so my question is, how old is Aurum? Like, what's the years of existence? So that's my question.
Okay, thank you very much. You are new, so we'll forgive you. At least you're supposed to know that even before you join the company. But Aurum is not even up to 6 months. Aurum was officially launched January 17th, 2026. But before it was launched, it was in its pre-launch stage since 2023. So in its pre-launch stage, it started with different AIs that it created and saw how far the trading would go. before it officially launched 3 years later. So Aurum officially started January 17, 2026, but has been in its pre-launch stage since 2023. I hope you get that.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you
Welcome,
for
sir.
coming on the call too, because it means that you are really keen in knowing more about your business. And one introvertible truth is this. See, people join your business when they see the conviction in how you say it, the passion you say it, and how much you have in the system. People who come in with $120, no disrespect, will only be able to bring in people with $120. But one question that prospects will ask you is, how much you don't invest? That's where those who come with 120 will say, I get my 5,000 for the system, 5K. So once you're able to convince that person that you have 5,000 in the system, that person will say, okay, let me start with 5,000. It happens all the time. So another important thing is sharing your results, no matter how small it is. Even if it's 2 cents you make. I have a friend, in fact, a brother, Sly, Sylvester. Yeah. Sly started, everybody knows that Sly started with $100. You know why? Because every week, Sly is always updating the world about how his money has grown. If Sly has people who come in and then he makes $120 or 150, he doesn't take out a cent. He automatically tops up that account. Do you know how much Sly has now? He's not even a Vanguard Pro yet. He's Vanguard, close to being a Vanguard Pro, but he already has $5,000. $5,000. So people who are following his status are seeing that, this guy money they grow, they automatically call him up and then he signs them up. And when they see that that same thing that's happening to Sly is happening on their accounts, they're ready to run with the vision. So guys, sharing your results is very important, no matter how small, because the world is watching. And so before we jump into, wow, 2 hours. All right, so let me just take this part quickly. I'll just writing out the key points. How to overcome rejection while building your own business. If you want to build a large team, Basi, please, no time for questions anymore. After this. If you want to build a large team, if you have questions, write it on the chat. If you want to build a large team in Aurum, you must first make peace with rejection. Understand that rejection is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of the journey to success. It is necessary that you are rejected. So let me tell you what I do. For everybody that rejects me, comes under a list. I have a list of all those that reject me. I don't throw it away. Every time I subtly send them messages and show them my results. I'm always glad with myself when the list of rejection, maybe there are up to 7 people. After much continuous persistence, it remains 3 or 2 people. For me, that's one of the greatest glory. Not just anybody who just wants to come and sign in. Signing in is easy, but those people who say no, I don't want to. I have been burnt before. I have a defense to everything you ask me or everything you say. You have been burnt before. Who hasn't? Can you show me a rich man who has never lost money? Can you show me a millionaire or billionaire who have never lost money before? But in the same vein, can you show me a poor man who has ever made money? He will never make money because he never takes risk. So what do you choose to be? So these are different ways that I counter people in regards to when I get rejected. It's one of these phrases. So number one way is this, and that is what Dr. Demi said. You don't take it personally. The person only rejected your proposal, I didn't reject you. Number 2, understand that timing is everything. And this is what I want to talk about. Maybe the first time you spoke to that person, he was going through a lot, or maybe he had some financial troubles or some family trouble or something, or maybe the timing just wasn't right. You can't talk to somebody once and let him go. Have a list, write a list, put them in your broadcast list, and give updates. Give updates. Use your account to give updates. And you'll be shocked over time. That person will say, okay, how much do I get started with? Number 3 is plant seeds. Please take note of this. It will help you. Don't force decisions. Some people will say, I'll send you the details. I want to hear from you today so I can plug you in. He's being positive, yeah? But for some prospect, they'll see it like, you won't command me. I won't go do it today because it doesn't make a do it today. No, you know. And so there are subtle ways that you make people understand that it's important that they be part of this. Why? Because this opportunity will not be here forever. Like I said, this network marketing part of this business, only God knows when it is short term, because the way Aurum is growing, who knows whether we'll still have 3 years here or 4 years here or even 2 years. So guys, take advantage. Number 4, which is perhaps a very important point, is increase your numbers. What does that mean? If 1 out of every 10 people joins, so that means you have 9 rejections, then every rejection simply brings you closer to your next team member. Stop counting the no's and start counting how many people you need to speak to each day. So when I started Aurum in October, I told myself that I'll be speaking to 5 persons every day. And I simply went back to my list of people who we have lost money together with before. And I tell you, the magic started happening when out of the 5 people I talked to, 4 people get started, 3 people get started, maybe 1 or 2 will grumble. And so I now increased it to 10 people every day. And that is where I got Mr. AY into the business, and everywhere exploded afterwards. Do you know how many members are now in our Aurum Billionaires Global family? We are 3,046 members. Every week now, over 120 people join our business. That could be you if you keep pushing. It's all about staying persistent. So increase the number of people you talk to when you see that the number of no's are increasing. Number 5, and which we cannot stop talking about every time, is continue to learn. How do you continue to learn? Showing up for meetings, reading on your own, going to the website, reading through it, asking questions, taking note of words that seem alien to you, and go on Google, on YouTube, Google them and learn more. Every rejection is like a feedback. Improve your presentation, learn more about Aurum products, become a better communicator, and your closing rate will naturally improve. And that's it. Number 6, build belief through your own results. Through your own results. Build belief through your own results. And that's how my brother Kelvin has been able to grow, just by putting his results on his status every day. People are now beginning to say, okay, let me observe this guy. Let's see how far he can go. Let's see how far this thing will go, whether it will crash or not. Some have been looking, some are still looking, some are still looking at your status to see how far you will continue this until the day they'll ask you to get started. So don't stop. Don't stop. Keep building. Number 7, you meet some people who are so hard-headed that at some point you get so angry. When you notice that you're getting angry because you are showing somebody a business, simply walk away, because then again, it's not everybody that will join your business. Never waste your energy arguing with skeptics. You tell somebody something, immediately it goes online and picks out some post, some people's opinion about Aurum saying this and that. You simply try to explain. When you explain, and they are always on the defensive trying to bring, but why will? You don't waste your energy to argue. Don't raise your voice. Just tell the person whether you join or not. I will continue to earn. My earning is not dependent on you joining Aurum. But if you join, you will earn too. Some will tell you these things, not go tell you before they go crash. Put in your money and let it work for you, no matter how small. How much can you afford to lose? Put it in and let it work for you. Do it afraid, because nobody in this life sees a new opportunity that not first skeptical before they begin. You all know my story about Aurum, how I fought everything about Aurum in the beginning. Number 8 is to stay emotionally strong. And how do I do that most times is to listen to affirmations. Affirmations are like prayers. You know when you say in Jesus' name, amen. Father, Lord, please, you are inquiring, you are hoping, you are praying that please help me. But even those who pray tell you that you must believe that it has happened before it happens. And so what affirmation does is stamping it on your brain like it has happened already. And so I have 21-day affirmations that I listen to. That before I get to day 6 or day 7 or day 8, I am emotionally strong. There's nowhere, nobody I cannot speak to about Aurum Foundation. It's as easy as that. And so number 9, which is the second to last of it, is remember your why. Why are you doing this? I'll tell you how my why became so strong. I was one of those people who listened to Les Brown a lot. Les Brown was talking of at the time where he was selling TVs. Himself and one of his friends, they had to knock on people's door and say, "Hey, you want to buy a TV? It's a new color TV, something inches, trying to sell you the TV." Some will say, "No," and bang the door. Others will say, "Get out of here," bang the door. So say, "Young boy, if you don't get out of my house, I'll call the cops on you." And they'll run away. And so when Les Brown's friend followed him in this mission to sell TVs to people at their house, after like 4 rejections, the guy said, "No, Les, I can't do this. I mean, I can't do this. I'm going to wait for you in the car." And Les Brown looked at him walking to the car, sat down. And Les Brown looked forward and said, "You know what? I know that if I don't sell at least 2 TVs today, I don't have money to feed. I can't even take home money to mama." And the time was already going. But he knew that that is why that he cannot feed if he cannot sell television. And that's how he kept on knocking on doors. And of course, when the first person said, "Yes, I'll gladly buy," he said, "Really? Are you sure? You sure you really want to get a TV?" And he was able to make sales. So, guys, sometimes when you listen to affirmations and listen to people, and these guys are network marketers, there are people who organize events for network marketers to come and listen. Motivational speakers, they are one of the great network marketers. Do you know that Donald Trump is a network marketer? Trump himself. You know, Les Brown. There are so many of them who are in the world of motivation that are natural network marketers. So always remember your why. And number 10, which is the final one, is success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. Every top Aurum leader was once ignored, doubted, laughed at, or rejected. The difference is that they refused to quit. They stayed consistent until their results became impossible to ignore. Final thoughts. People will reject opportunities every day. Some rejected the internet, smartphones, cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence before later embracing them. Your task, therefore, is not to make everyone join, but it's to remain consistently present, showing the opportunity to the right people with integrity and professionalism. Remember, every no is one step closer to your next yes. The people who succeed in Aurum are not those who face the least rejection, but those who refuse to let rejection stop them. Who's asking for number 4? Oh, I jumped number 4. Sorry about that. Um, so number 4 is increase your numbers. Okay, I didn't write it. Increase your numbers of people you speak to. Yeah, that's it. So, guys, I hope we've been able to get some knowledge of these nuggets. Remember that every no is one step closer to your next yes. The people who succeed in Aurum are not those who face the least rejection, but those who refuse to let rejection stop them. People like the likes of Dr. Money, Ebok, Don Chi, they consistently whisper in your ear, don't you think this business is for you? Are you not seeing the economy? Don't you need another stream of income? I know we have lost before, but are you going to sit down and fold your hands? Are you not going to do something about it? Are you just going to watch and wonder, it's okay, let me try it? Because they stayed consistent with you, you finally joined the business. So, guys, this brings us to the end of the presentation today. Like I said, we wanted someone who wanted to connect its system live with Nero, with, for example, Trust. Hopefully we get that next week so we can do that live on TV here so everyone can see how it works. So I want to thank all 55 of you that stayed here. At the point we were 90 and some dropped off. It's normal with life, but those who seek knowledge will finally get it. And when you get knowledge, all other things will be added onto you. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurum Foundation is life-changing. If you choose to focus your 6 months in the business, if you duplicate your leader, watch what your leader is doing and do accordingly, you'll begin to see results, more results every day. Marcel, I've told you, let us know when we are coming to Onitsha, Anambra State, to do our event. Not only you that want to be rich in Anambra State, tell your people, all those traders, I hear they have dollars that they keep in their pockets. Tell them to come and put it in Aurum and let us change their lives. Yes, so as we always do at the end of the call, we want to ask you to please unmute yourself, say your goodbyes, God bless you. Remember, tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Tomorrow, Thursday, by
Tomorrow
5.
is Thursday, sir.
Yes, by 6 p.m. we'll be having our presentation. And maybe I'll have something to show you guys tomorrow if you join on. Maybe I will have something to show you guys tomorrow if you join for the presentation. But then again, thank you all for showing up. God bless you. And if you tell me goodbye, God bless you, God is going to bless you this night. And you're going to
Goodbye.
sign up
Goodbye.
God
somebody
God
with
bless
bless
you.
you.
$10,000.
Goodbye, Lawyer
God,
So
God
Taj.
has
say it,
blessed
say it,
us
Goodbye,
say it,
already.
committee.
Mercy.
say
I
it,
need
say
the
it,
Bless
one.
us
God
say
has
all.
it.
blessed
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
us
God
Bye.
bless
already.
you.
Thank
NY.
you.
Bye.
Say it,
Goodbye.
say
Goodbye.
God
it.
bless
God
you.
bless you.
Goodbye. God
Bye,
bless
everyone.
you.
Good
Goodbye,
Goodbye, God
my
night.
bless
team
you.
Goodbye. God
members.
bless you.
Goodbye. God
My
Goodbye, God
bless
honorable
you.
bless you.
colleagues.
Have a
Good
wonderful
night.
Goodbye.
night.
Every one of you.
Peace and love.
Goodbye.